Many thanks. Sorry for the confusion. Hello everyone. Can you not? Thanks. Very embarrassing. I'm very nervous and I shouldn't be because I perform a lot.
Go on, Nakita. Nakita's mum.
Yeah, it was my mum.
I went to school with Nakita's mum. Just want to let you know.
It's a lot of pressure I feel right now. Okay, before I get started on this poem, I just want to say that I believe men are trash. So. So I haven't. I haven't done this poem without my phone, so I'm gonna try. So bear with me.
Go on, Nakita.
Thank you. My mum always warned me of the thugs in the streets, but never taught me how to defeat them when they are cradled next to you in your sheets. My mum always told me to say no to drugs, but not what to do when I got hooked on your love. My mum always told me I had the voice to say no, but not what to say when you would take my breath away, when the only letters that burst to make a significant word is Y-E-S, and I say yes until the death of my image is blessed in your spirit of what a girl should exhibit for her man. It's exquisite how your mind works. And I fell in love with the clockwork of your thoughts. I thought I could maybe hop on that train and be aboard your open talk, your wondrous thoughts, but they were really syncopated renditions that you reworked and exerted for the next girl to think you were pertinent in the language of love and of hurting. You made girls think you had a heart too, but you were like the Tin Man, hollow of anything and cowardly as a lion. You never wanted a heart, admit it. You love seeing me crying. You like being defiant. You like breaking girls' hearts and using them as a token, because as a Tin Man, you'll never know how it feels to have that organ broken. Your hands were never steady like tracing paper, and you only outlined me, but I wanted to be your savior. I thought I could rectify your behavior. I thought maybe you could love me and I could make commitment your favorite flavor. I wanted to cradle you with my touch. See, I thought you really wanted to trust me like I trusted you, but I guess I'm the kind of girl that guys like to lie to. My mum, she always told me to protect my energies. But what about when the one person you thought would never be your enemy decides to carve you out of your synergy and turn your body into a banquet of unrequited love and a dying destiny, and there's really now nothing left of me? Like, what do I do then, mummy? What do I do when he's the reason I stay awake? And the monsters under my bed, even they are praying for him to stay away. What about the sounds I cry out and I make no sound? I make no noise because he loved my silence and I was merely his toy. I was like Woody and Buzz. I came alive at his touch, but he always threw me away when his real girl wanted to play. Like, what then? What do I do on those days? When it feels like time isn't healing anything and I can't reap the lessons or the benefits from a man who I thought had sentiment. He wanted to go with the flow. I wanted him to fall in love with my voice, my language, the sound of my tone. For him, I was just practice, and I guess you can't make a man appreciate caviar when all he has known is catfish. I wanted him to fall in love with my voice, my tone, my language. That's fine, we're gonna go again, innit? I've forgotten it. No. Wait.
Because remember.
Okay. I wanted him to fall in love with my language, my voice, the sound of my tone. For him, I was just practice, and I guess you can't make a man appreciate caviar when all he has known is catfish. The last girl you were seeing told you, I don't have a lot of love left to give, so please don't hurt me. How I wish it was I who spoke those words firstly. Maybe then saying your name wouldn't feel like the ghosts of my past trying to hurt me. Maybe then I wouldn't stutter on your name, even if only conversely. Maybe I wouldn't be filled with shame at the mention of your name. The same boy who used to drive my body insane, and now I can't let a man touch me that way again. I know you didn't deserve me, but see, I was thirsty for your affections, wanted to get drunk on your absence, love, and drown in your attention. But I can never forget the date your girlfriend called my phone and told me everything you was doing was fake. And that's fate. I'm glad she told me everything, but it doesn't make it easier knowing that to you I didn't mean anything. For you, I would have given up everything and more, and you are the hardest poem I have ever had to labor for. And when you closed this door, my heart got trapped, and ever since I've been heavy breathing like I suffered a heart attack. I don't know how to get this rhythm back, like fuck this rhyming. I've been writing this poem since I found out I was a side chick you were hiding. Each day made me feel like we were growing closer, and since I found out, no, I haven't really been sober. I've received about 10 one-week clean badges that I stick on my wall to remind me my heart is merely a fraction, merely a maths equation for you to begin subtracting and adding your lies to try and divide my legs so that you could come inside this poem. This poem doesn't accurately portray how deep I had to scratch this pen to force the ink to bleed into the sheets of paper that stare blankly back at me and weep as if to say, Nakita, I know it's hard, but write it down. Go from the start, write down what broke your heart, baby girl. I know it's hard, but I can't accurately depict the moment it hit me like a ton of bricks. See, it was your lying that baffled me. Because when you said you would always be here for me, did your chest not cave knowing I believed you were being sincere with me? Knowing I believed you and knowing you were lying, each time you held me, could you not hear my soul crying? Did you know I was dying inside? And did my wrist not bleed enough for you? Did I not shed enough blood for you? And no, we didn't fuck, but know that I opened up for you. I was ready to sacrifice all my prejudice of love for you. And now, Nakita, you know there was no God in the feelings you had towards him. There was no faith that did install him. He was a man who didn't fear anything, and to not fear God would one day befall him. I pray the next man I meet has the fear of God embroiled in him. Because you men who fear nothing are men who are cut from the same cloth that nailed Lucifer's coffin. But before I leave, with the quip of my tongue still intact and my pride still wrapped around his pinky, tell me this. Has your girl ever written you a poem? Has she ever spilled thoughts pen to paper in front of a crowd who now know her inside out? Does she write better than me? Is she more linguistic or creative? Like, fuck it, I know she's basic. The only reason you stayed is because she pays for shit. Does she kiss you like I do? Does she hold your face and murmur under her breath about how great you are? Did she hold you up or only hold you down? Did she displace her crown for you? Is that why you love her? She took off her diamonds and asked you to stand above her. I could never lower myself, a queen, for merely a master who still seeks female companionship outside of his castle. I'll say it again. I can never lower myself, a queen, for merely a master who still seeks female companionship outside of his castle. This is to all the memories you try to deny that we had together. And when she's fucking you, I hope you remember the way I made you come with the artistry of my tongue. The language of my vocabulary flows with me, so when you bust to her, I know you're thinking of my bittersweet poetry. Thank you.